Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our criminally insane show, The People Are Wondering, where we interview threats to the world below the ground. We are joined here today with the boy who tried to join together the world above and below the ground, 12-year-old Artemis Fowl. How are you doing, Artemis?
Very good. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Good. First question, Artemis. How did you first hear about our subterranean world?
Well, stories about the fairies and leprechauns are very common around here in the Emerald Isle. I simply found a little too much evidence to consider these just stories.
Interesting, to say the least. Well, Artemis, how do you confirm that these stories were actually real, not just a silly little fantasy?
Well, you see, I've been doing some researching around... I've been searching around the world for people who knew more about your world. I met a lady who I later learned was a fairy that I had a copy of the book that binds your world together.
Well, that seems quite problematic, to say the least. But our books are all in our native language, so how did you understand our very complex dialect?
Well, actually, you see, it's fairly simple, actually. All I did was find your language that seems I found a language that seems similar to yours, which is Egyptian. Then I later found out that Egyptian was based off your language, and they used that to decipher what the book was about.
Very interesting. You are very intelligent for a young boy. Are you a once-in-a-lifetime prodigy?
I wish. But actually, us fowls are very capable from a young age. My father taught me everything I knew.
You fowls seem like quite the force to be reckoned with. But what led you to thinking that us fairies could be the key to your newfound wealth?
The stories of leprechauns and their pots of gold were my inspiration. It was more of just a hunch, but I knew there had to be some truth to it.
So humans knew about our favorite mineral, huh? I did some research, and apparently you were rich before you went on this fairy escapade. Is this true?
That is very true. But in order to be top 1%, you must be a certain kind of witch, which we used to be.
May I ask, what happened to the loss of your top 1% status?
I don't want to get into it, there's too many details, but let's just say my father put all his eggs into one ship and it sank with him.
I'm so sorry, Artemis.
It's okay.
Do you also ever realize how similar fairies and humans are?
Actually, yes I did. When I took my ransom fairy hostage, her features and emotions were too human-like for me. It wasn't like hunting a wild beast like I thought it was going to be.
You also seem to have quite the wild beast on your side. Butler, I think his name was.
Yes, it is.
How is it conspiring with such a hulking tower of a man?
Well, actually, to contrary belief, he's a lot more sophisticated than he looks. He could take out just about anything in any matter of ways, with any kind of fighting style. Actually, not too long ago, he took out one of the fairy government trolls using just only our antique medieval armor and his fists.
I would not want to get caught in his crossfire. Artemis, how does it feel being only a 12-year-old boy with this much power?
Well, power comes very easily to me. I've been in command of many people ever since my mother has essentially become unfit to take care of me.
May I ask what happened to your mom?
She was in a catastrophic state, and is now quite delusional after we lost my dad.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay.
On the other hand, how has your encounters with our kind affected you now?
I'm gonna say this to all the fairy people world now. Know that your tricks, I won't fall for them again. And especially for next time.
Next time, you better watch out, folks. What kind of tricks have the fairy government used on you?
I was exposed to their technology and the rules of their world. I basically know everything. For example, things like your blue bomb, time stopper, and I gotta think about this last one. I keep forgetting the name. The innovation rules, I think it is.
Wow, the LEP needs to be more efficient with their technology. What was the most difficult part of your fairy escapade?
Nothing's difficult when I'm doing it, but bypassing the time stopper, it was very difficult. In order to escape the time zone, I had to figure out a way to cancel out its effect, and I actually took inspiration from Standard Festive Holiday.
It seems like I've learned a lot from you, Artemis. Last question, seeing as we don't have much more time. Do you think our plans will ever fail? You seem so confident.
My plans, they never fail. When I have a mission, I eliminate any room for failure whatsoever. Emotions, people, they don't do anything but get in my way.
Well, that was quite the insightful interview.
Yes,
My advice to anyone watching this, run.